Is OSHA data a burden or an asset? Hello, my name is Michael Stackton, CEO of AMAX, and today I want to talk about OSHA data and primarily the TRIR, the Total Recordable Incident Rate. The question is OSHA data a burden or is it an asset? Depends on how you're using it. If you're not using it to your benefit, like we're talking about today, then it's a total burden. It's a total pain in the old rear end to collect this data, submit it to OSHA, and if you don't do anything with it, definitely falls on the burden side. If you take this information, submit it to OSHA, leverage it as an asset, then it can be hugely valuable. And it starts with this first primary OSHA calculation, which is the TRIR, Total Recordable Incident Rate. Total Recordable Incident Rate. TRIR. How many of your cases, how many of your incidents are recordable as compared to the national average? As compared to the national average. So let's talk about fundamentally how we calculate this. This is the number of recordable cases. Number of recordables. So number of recordables, and you're going to times that by 200,000. Times that by 200,000, and you're going to take that over your total hours worked. Total hours worked. All right, so let's talk about and break down this formula so you can understand it. Total number of recordable incidents. This is strictly the number. How many recordables? If an incident, we'll cover that in a different section, but what is recordable, what is not? How many actually were recordable times 200,000. So why 200,000? This is the number of 100 full-time equivalent employees, number of 100 employees, which is basically 2,000 hours times 100. That's the number of hours worked by 100 full-time equivalent employees. Why 2,000? This is 50 hours a week times 50 weeks a year times 40 hours a week. So 50 times 40 is 2,000. 2,000 times 100 is 200,000. So if 200,000 is the equivalent of 100 employees working full time, this is how OSHA and how we and how many people in the industry smooth this out. So how do you compare apples to apples? How do you compare a company that has 50 employees to a company that has 50,000 employees? How do you make an apples to apples comparison? And this is how you do it. It's the rate per 100 employees. That's what we're doing. So when you're looking at this, you're saying, all right, what is the rate per 100 employees? That's how I can get an apples to apples comparison. And then this is the total number of hours worked in your organization. So this includes number of hours worked. This includes overtime. It does not include sick pay. It does not include leave. This is actual hours worked. If they worked part-time, if they only worked 10 hours that week, count that 10 hours. And if another person worked 30 hours, then that's one full-time equivalent employee. Working that 40 hours a week. So it's this total number of hours worked. This is you're going to get from your payroll system. Number of recordables times 200,000 over your number of hours worked. And you're going to get your TRIR. Then the question is, what do you do with it? What do you do with it? I'm going to direct you to table number 1. Table number 1 at the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So table number 1 at the Bureau of Labor Statistics. You're going to go to bls.gov/IIF. Injuries, illnesses, and fatalities. bls.gov/IIF. Then you're going to look for non-fatal injuries and illnesses table. Non-fatal injuries and illnesses. Injuries and illnesses. You're going to look up that table. So that is non-fatal dash injuries and I think it's and this URL might change, but you get the idea. BLS.gov IIF, and then you're looking for non-fatal injuries and illnesses. That's what you're going to look, and then you're going to look up and you're going to find this table number 1. And you can look at all the industries in the U.S., all the different industries by NAICS code, by your NAICS code. NAICS. They're organized by that. So then you can compare, well, where are we? All right, well, our rate is, let's say, 10.0. And the industry rate is, let's say, on average, maybe it's 13. So you're doing better than the industry. Or let's say the industry rate was 7.5. So you're doing worse than the industry. That's how you can tell from a benchmarking standpoint how you're doing in terms of your recordable rates. When you look at the difference between if OSHA data is a burden or if it's an asset. This is how it starts to become an asset. Being able to understand how you compare. Break this down by your individual establishment locations. You can say location A versus location B versus location C. Well, location A, we're doing pretty good. Location B, not doing so hot there. Location C, kind of okay. Let's focus a little bit more safety efforts on location B. What is going on there where our TRIR is so much higher on average than our own company, and then on average, we're doing better or worse than the industry. That's how it becomes an asset. That's how it becomes where your focus effort. That's how it becomes where you can now prioritize what you're doing in your organization to start to drive down your number of incidents, which, oh, by the way, will significantly drive down your workers' comp costs. Again, my name is Michael Stackman, CEO of Amex. Remember, your work today in workers' compensation can make a dramatic impact on your company's bottom line, but it will make a dramatic impact on someone's life. So be great.